guys, so we figured we would give you a bit of a midweek update because
live update.
A live
update.
There's been a few things going on that we haven't really filled you in on yet.
And it kind of starting to feel like to us, because we know everything and you don't, and it kind of feel like that we dug ourselves into a little bit of a hole because a few things have changed that you don't know about. And we're getting a few comments here and there which are not lining up to where we're at. So we need to do some explaining.
So first of all, we're not selling Barefoot. We are keeping her.
She is off the market, officially not for sale. Barefoot's ours and we're going to finish her up.
What's happened? So the reason we put Barefoot up for sale is because we got an offer that was way too good to turn down.
Yeah, way too good to be true.
Yeah, but way too good to turn down. So we had the opportunity to have a Leopard 48. Basically use and abuse it for 2 years.
Yeah, it was supposed to be ours to use for the next 2 years free of charge. And we thought that's a great idea, let's go for it.
Yeah.
So we put Barefoot up for sale.
And then about 2 days later, that deal fell through. So unfortunately, when things sound too good to be true, sometimes they are.
The reason they actually fell through is because I actually backed out on it, guys. I felt like it was too good to be true and I could see something was gonna stick up as being a problem in the future, and I decided to cancel on the deal. It wasn't on the other side.
Yeah. So part 2 of the surprise is that we've kind of decided we want to do a little bit of land travel as well as living a boat life.
So we're going to keep Barefoot, and we're going to have an RV, which is, of course, it has to be a damaged one, but it wasn't damaged by a hurricane, it was a tornado. So we've got a damaged RV, which you're going to find all about in the next coming episode, the Saturday episode. So there's a project coming up there as well. But we feel like we need to let everybody know what's going on, how it's going on, because it's kind of getting confusing for us. Yeah. So God knows what it's like for everybody else. Like,
what the hell's going on with Barefoot?
Yeah. So we're not disappearing, we're not leaving the boating world, we're keeping Barefoot, and we've also thrown an RV in the picture as well. So we hope you want to keep watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, get on with it. Anyway, guys, so loads of good upcoming footage. Also want to explain a little bit about where we are at the moment. We are still in the Exumas, still down by Georgetown, and we are planning on keeping Barefoot down here throughout the next coming couple of months, because there looks like there's lots of storms brewing off of Africa at the moment. Obviously the Bahamas is inside the hurricane belt, if you will, but Georgetown itself here has got a couple of hurricane holes. It's got a good track record. I mean, nothing's guaranteed. Also being with the boat. So we're here in a place called Red Shanks, right inside Georgetown. We've got a hurricane plan put together. Also, we got some friends coming to visit. Erica's got to go off and do a wedding, and yeah, so we're going to base ourselves the next couple of months here.
So it's a good place to base ourselves too, because the airport's really close by. There is food, water, and there is some good people around too. So
everything we need is here.
It's beautiful.
So the long-term plan after hurricane season, we are planning coming stateside. And we want to obviously continue fixing up Barefoot. So we're going to paint the decks, finish the hard top, take Foxy for a walk.
So when we come stateside, guys, we do want to do a bit of a meet and greet with our patrons. So we'll keep you guys updated on that.
Seriously?
Fox thinks every time we come to the beach, it's time to play with her. So if we don't play with her the entire time, she gets a little bit cranky. I think she takes after her dad.
So when we are stateside, guys, we are looking at coming into Florida. If anyone's got any tips and places maybe that would be good for us to come into in Florida, we've been there a couple of times before, but we've never done any boat work. So if you happen to have a dock at the end of your garden and you want to have Barefoot as your neighbors for a couple of weeks, we got a couple of projects we need to get done stateside. So drop us a comment, send us a message. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, all the normal platforms. But anyway, give us some tips and hints of where we should go when we come stateside, which will probably be when? What, December, January, maybe Christmas in the US. And then we'll be returning back to the Bahamas for a while. And we do actually have it. So before we get back onto the whole point of you haven't got a mast yet. All right, we have decided to do the Great American Loop on Barefoot. So we don't really want a mast for that. It's the inland waterways. We're going to go up through the canals and the Great Lakes, through Canada and back down. And we're going to do this in 2024, as 2023, unfortunately, there is a few of the locks and canals that are undergoing, what do they call it? So construction or rebuilding or improvements. So we're not going to be able to do the whole thing in 2023. So 2024 looks like when we're going to do that. And after 2024 is when we're thinking about putting the big stick up so we can actually sail away.
But remember, all of this is written in the sand at low tide.
At low tide.
Because it's probably going to change. So I hope that has answered a few of your questions. If you do have more questions, leave them in the comments below and we'll try and answer them in upcoming videos. But stay tuned for Saturday. This week's episode is going to be about us seeing the RV for the first time.
Anyway, we need to stop talking because I'm supposed to be in Tennessee.
Oh, right.